Hello, Exiles. This is the build explanation for the 2 Dragons build that I posted on the Witch forums. It uses the 3 Dragons Golden Mask as expected. I call it 2 Dragons because I'm only using 2 of the elemental switcheroos that this helmet provides. It only has 3 required items, 2 uniques and 1 rare. The uniques are 1 being the 3 Dragons Golden Mask, for obvious reasons, and 2 the Infernal Mantle Oculus Specimen. We use this because critical strike chance is life for this build. The more you crit means the more you inflict the effects of the 3 Dragons Golden Mask. So crit is awesome, crit is what we want. The added fire damage is awesome for the Flame Totem. Converted to chaos damage is whatever. But Energy Shield is also great because we are Eldritch Battery, and that gives a huge increase to our mana pool. Currently at around 2200-ish, 2163, which lets us run Purity of Lightning, Purity of Fire, and also Clarity. All that used for a nice Arctic armor. If you're careful, and get some good mana regen gear, i.e. replacing this for some nice mana regen, maybe even the amulet over here. You could probably get a level 20 plus Arctic armor running on this character. Anyway, back to gear. The last required piece is a nice critical strike chance dagger for spells, but also spell damage. Those are the only requirements. Doesn't need to have local crit chance, doesn't need to have attack speed, doesn't need anything else besides those. So the daggers should be fairly cheap, not overtly expensive. I'm using 2 daggers here just because, again, crit is life. It's very nice. I guess I'll explain some of the other pieces of item I'm wearing. Karui Ward for the projectile speed. It's corrupted very nicely with lightning damage leeches life. Don't need that, but it's a nice thing to have. Anyway, the projectile speed for the Flame Totem just adds added range. It is the only amulet with projectile speed on it, and otherwise, in order to get that range, you'd have to go very far in the skill tree, use nodes or use skills that would be better placed other places. So that's why I'm using Karui Ward. Other things are just for, again, more crit. Gloves and boots are for resistances and life. And the belt, you don't need this. I just have it because I like lightning damage. The resistances are good, but again, also the lightning damage leeches life is quite helpful. You do not need a 6-link for this. While it would be nice, as for most builds, you do not need it. You really don't even need a 5-link. You could probably get away without using Spell Echo on this, maybe even Elemental Proliferation, although that one's really nice. You could do this with a 4-link. 5-link shouldn't be out of too many people's reach though. So anyway, you do want Arc, Flame Totem, those are your 2 main casters. Arc supported by Power Charge on critical, Spell Echo, faster casting, and Elemental Proliferation. That's just to get as many chances as possible out to crit things, thereby freezing them, and spread that freeze. For Flame Totem, you want it supported by faster casting, lesser multiple projectiles, and Elemental Proliferation, again, for chance to inflict an elemental status or status effect on mobs. For Flame Totem, because of 3 Dragons Golden Mask, that would be shocked. So you're going to be shock stacking things, freezing them all over the place. It's a very nice party. Very nice time. Tasty. Very tasty. Curses. Very important. Critical weakness is the one that you need. It helps immensely for things that do not want to be frozen, because freezing works on you dealing a certain percentage of the monster's max life. So for things with lots of life, i.e. bosses, and those really annoying stone golems that just take forever to kill, critical weakness is very good for helping and freezing those. Now you don't need it per se. If it gets shock stacked, you're going to be freezing everything anyway. But critical weakness is just a very, very, very nice. It's perfect for this build. What I wanted on this amulet over here was additional curse, because if you could get critical weakness and elemental weakness on a mob, and then you put down a flame totem and you're arcing it, yeah, it would be amazing. I would love that so much. That's what I really want, but alas, I am not rich, so I'll have to make do until I can either make one or buy one. Who knows? That's about it, though, for the explanation. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys have fun playing this. If you do decide to make one, I'll get some videos out on how it actually plays. Unfortunately, with a single player on most maps, things die before they freeze, so it's not too great a showcase, so I might have to do it with a party or so. That's where it really, really shines. I wanted this to be a support character, and that's really what it turned out to be. So again, thank you for watching, and have fun playing.